The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus began to show his disciples that he must go to Jerusalem and suffer greatly from the elders, the chief priests, and the scribes, and be killed, and on the third day be raised. Then Peter took Jesus aside and began to rebuke him. God forbid, Lord, no such thing shall ever happen to you. He turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are an obstacle to me. You are thinking not as God does, but as human beings do. Then Jesus said to his disciples, Whoever wishes to come after me must deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. For whoever wishes to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. What profit would there be for one to gain the whole world and forfeit his life? Or what can one give in exchange for his life? For the Son of Man will come with his angels in his Father's glory, and then he will repay all according to his conduct. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
What does your cross look like, and how heavy is it? Every one of Jesus' disciples has a cross, from the youngest to the oldest. Some are lighter than others, and some are far heavier than others. What or whom determines the weight of your cross? Do you feel like the weight of being duped by Jeremiah when God called him to be a prophet? Do you feel that Jesus has given us a ministry that sets us up to be mocked and ridiculed because we know him? Can we relate to Jeremiah's pain that he has all day long? Do we feel like abandoning our ministry, but in that same breath we say, I will not talk about God no more. I will not mention his name. And then a fire begins to burn in our heart. No matter how hard we try, we become exhausted trying not to talk about Jesus in our life. We have to admit to ourselves that we cannot do this much longer. We have to share our faith with someone. Is sharing your faith story with another part of the weight of your cross? Jesus invites us to pick up our cross and follow him. The weight of Jesus' cross is the weight of the sins from before him, during his lifetime on earth, and those who come after him, like you and I, and until the end of time. Sometimes his cross became so heavy, he needed help from someone else to help him carry it. Think of your cross. What weighs your cross down? Is it the sins of the past? Sins you and I may have forgotten, or sins we have asked Jesus to forgive us for, but we couldn't and wouldn't forgive ourselves. Could the weight be caused by a lifetime of bad habits that seem closer to an addiction than to a habit? Are we not facing the addiction we have? Who have we not forgiven? There are many things from the past that can make our crosses heavier than they need to be. What's happening in our lives right now Could your present experiences add to the weight of your cross? Can we fix it? Can we let it go? Can we learn from our past that doesn't even make sense. It even happens to writers. I'm sure it was the computer that didn't read my fingers right. Can we learn from our past how to change our present? Not only our present, but our relationship with Jesus. Does knowing this make our cross heavier or lighter? Are we ready to pick up our cross no matter what is causing its weight and walk with him, knowing that he is with us every step of the way, to guide us and to help us carry our crosses to the end of time? Will this be the cause of our joy and our freedom? Will this be the kindling that lights that unquenchable fire within us, that will cause us to share the good news of Jesus Christ with others? If we want to enter into eternal life with Jesus, we must pick up our cross, no matter what its weight, and carry it. We must be willing to lose our way of living for living our lives for Jesus Christ. Being a disciple means that I will suffer, I will die, and by the grace of God, I will enter into new life in heaven. I don't know about you, but I am happy that the Lord duped me in the beginning. How about you?